Hello, we are into the last session. We'll be taking up the volume of hemisphere and spheres. Spheres and hemispheres. To do so, first let us understand or note down the formula for it. The volume of a sphere is given by 4 pi r square. 4 by 3 pi r cube. I just made a mistake there. Just let me rectify it. I'll clear it out and write it again. Yeah, I'll just write 4 by 3 pi r cube. The hemisphere will then be divided by 2, so that will give us 2 by 3 pi r cube. They both will be in cubic units as because they are volume. So the simplest of these applications will be to find out the volume of a sphere or a hemisphere when a radius or a diameter is given. That type of question I'm not taking because it's just a calculation part. We'll be taking up questions beyond that. I note down the first question here. A hemispherical bowl is made of steel which is 0.5 centimeter thick. The inside radius of the bowl is 4 centimeter. We have to find the volume of steel used in making the bowl. That means the thickness as is given, we have an inner radius as well as the outer radius. I'm taking the inner radius to be with small r, that is represented. It's given to be 4 centimeter. As because the thickness of the steel is given as 0.5 centimeter, I think the capital radius, that is the outer radius, will be 4 plus 0.5 centimeter. That's give us 4.5 centimeter, right? So the volume of the steel used in the bowl will be the volume of the outer surface minus volume of the inner surface. So the volume of outer surface we will be writing as 4 by 3 pi capital R cube minus 4 by 3 pi small r cube. So if I take 4 by 3 pi common, be left with r cube minus r cube. Now let us substitute the values we have. So it's 4 by 3 into 22 by 7 into capital R becomes 4.5 cube minus 4 cube. Now 4.5 cube is giving me, this is 4, this is a hemisphere. I made a mistake down there. It should be 2 by 3. I had taken it as a spheres formula, so it is 2 by 3, here 2 by 3, and here it will be 2 by 3. So that gives me 44 by 21. 4.5 whole cube is giving 91.25. 4 cube is 64. If we solve this, because I have to subtract, that's giving me some 44 by 21 multiplied to 27.125, and the answer we get is 56.83 cubic centimeter or centimeter cube. That's the volume of the steel which is used in making the bowl. Let us move on with another question. I write down the question here. A solid sphere which is of radius 3 centimeter is melted and then cast into small spherical balls, each of diameter 0.6 centimeters. Find the number of balls thus obtained. When we are melting and casting one figure into another, the total volume will remain same from the first one to the second. So that means the total volume of the sphere with radius 3 centimeter given will be equal to the total volume of x number of spheres that is made of diameter 0.6 centimeter. So volume of this solid sphere will be equal to, suppose we are making x number of such spherical balls which have diameter 0.6 centimeter, will be volume of each small balls, both spherical balls. Now what is the volume of the solid sphere? It will be 4 by 3 pi, and the r is given to be 3, so it is 3 cube. On the other hand, it is x into 4 by 3, pi will remain as it is, and r becomes 0.6 by 2, that is 0.3 whole cube. This gets cancelled. We are left with 3 into 3 into 3 equals x into 3 by 10 into 3 by 10 into 3 by 10 if we convert the decimal into fraction, thereby giving x as 3 into 3 into 3 into 10 into 10 into 10 by again 3 into 3 into 3, thereby cancelling these 3 3's and leaving the number of spherical balls to be 1000. So 1000 small spherical balls, the volume if added will be giving the equivalent volume to the solid sphere of radius 3 centimeter. Let's move on with more question. Let me write down the next one. I will note it down here. It says, this is just, I think, the opposite of the previous question. It is 3 solid spheres of iron whose diameters are this is 2 centimeter, 12 centimeter and 16 centimeter respectively. They are melted into single solid sphere, we have to find the radius of the solid sphere. So that again the same thing will be applied here. This total volume of these three small spheres will be equal to the volume of the one such big solid sphere. So it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube for each three of them. So it is 4 by 3 pi. First one has got a diameter 2, so r becomes 1. Second, it is 4 by 3 again with pi, r becomes 6. 4 by 3 pi, r becomes 8. This should be equivalent to 4 by 3 pi capital R cube, so as to make a difference between the small radius and the bigger one. Now if I take a 4 by 3 pi common, we're left with 1 cube plus 6 cube plus 8 cube. This is equal to 4 by 3 pi and capital R cube. Let us cancel these pi and 4 by 3. Now if we solve, I am getting 1 plus this is giving us 216 plus this is giving us 512. This is equivalent to r cube. So r cube is equivalent to 729, and if we find the cube root of 729, we can see that the radius becomes 9 centimeter. So the radius of the solid sphere which formed by melting these three small spheres is 9 centimeter. Hope you followed it. Thank you.